Old ass rapping. Old ass rappers. Old ass rapping. Old.
You know, these young boys, they're so scared to express themselves. It's fucking crazy. I remember a time where being original was a thing to do, you know what I'm saying? What I want you to do in this song right here is just let it hang out, man. Just have a good time and be yourself and air these motherfuckers out just one good time. You know what I'm saying, Graffiti?
Old ass rapping. Old ass rappers. Old. I have a problem with the old rapper thing. First problem, hip hop is a culture that was started in 1973 by the Zulu Nation. When people say old rapper, what is your point of reference? Because hip hop as a music and hip hop as a culture are extremely young in the grand scope of things. Now, a lot of people's point of reference is they point to what previous rappers have said as it pertains to what they feel an old rapper would be. You're talking about the opinions of teenagers and 20-somethings starting their rap career saying things like, at 30, I'm going to retire from the rap game. At 30 years old, I'm done with rap. Many MCs have said this sort of thing. So by that gauge, if you're 30 plus and you're still rapping, then you're an old rapper. Hey, get the fuck out of here. Nobody wants to listen to you. You aren't hip. Get out of here. Make way for the young boys. If rapping or MCing depended on youth and vigor, then it would be something like the Olympics, where in the Olympics you better start training at 5, 6, 7, and 8 years old, because you are going to be competing with people when you're 14, 15, 16, 17 years old who have already been training at that point for half their life to try to beat you. And of course, if you were 30 or even 40 plus, figuring, okay, I'm just going to start my Olympic career today, people would say, well, there are certain physical restrictions of the body. Your 30 or 40-year-old body isn't going to let you beat Olympians that are teenagers or in their young 20s. Well, at least the likelihood of that happening is very, very small. That being said, if a 40-year-old woman or man won bronze, silver, or gold at the Olympics, that would be crazy. And it's not impossible. So if they have a chance, if they're legitimate, do I sit on the sidelines and tell that person, oh, you're too old to be in the Olympics, I'm sorry? And he would probably slap me with one of his medals and say, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about, mister. Now, let's take it back to rapping on record. Unlike the body that gets a little weaker as we get older, especially if you don't take care of it, your mind gets smarter, your wisdom gets more vast, so you would have more things to say. Makes perfect sense. So just like the Olympics, you probably want to start young, rapping when you're a teenager. This way, when you get to your 30s and 40s, you are just better, or maybe you made enough money so that you could retire. I agree, just like the Olympics, you probably don't want to just start rapping or training and in your 30s and 40s, because man, when are you going to peak? You're going to be peaking in your 50s and 60s. You would have to be 60 to have 20 years in the game if you started at 40. Now, that being said, that is unlikely to happen because of just how the social construct is constructed. But if a dude came out hot, or a 40-year-old woman came out and she had the #1 song in the country, nobody is thinking about her age anymore. Yes, I hate trash music too. But if this guy over here is 50 years old and he's rapping and he's okay, but his flow sounds a little dated, you have every right to diss this guy or diss that girl or whatever. You have every right to be like, you're trash, you're too old to rap, get out of here. That's the culture. Hip hop is survival of the fittest, right? However, by that same token, you can't give these young boys a pass. These young boys are mumbling, no lyrical content, no song structure, not sounding right at all. They got dresses on in the video. They got leggings on in the video. They wearing skirts, and everybody's just like, oh, he's young. Wow. If it's really about the integrity of the music, then don't diss one and not the other. Saying that being an old dude who knows what the fuck he's talking about is not a good look. But this young dude, emasculated and not sounding right on the mic at all, that's okay. That's my problem. And that's pretty much all I got to say on the topic.
Yeah, ooh, I feel so much better now.
Get your mind right and keep your verse tight.
Certain shit we simply just shouldn't allow.
Express yourself, bro. Make sure you let them know.